than B.
I want to say that you can use CPI for. What do you get, Jake?
I'm still pulling it up. Sorry, just a second.
Okay, that's all right. Because I'm not pulling down, but I want to say it's like the same. There's another question, number.
Oh, shoot! I was looking at the
GDP, the deflator.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, for all my questions, I just put A, B, C, or D, and now that I've pulled up the quiz, it looks like there's no A, B, C, or D. So let me pull up the document to find out.
Okay.
Well, let's see here.
CPI, I swear, there's another question on there that's basically asking the same thing.
Yeah, I got either the first one or the second one. I thought it was A, the CPI can be used to compare dollar figures from different points in time.
I got the second one.
B?
The percentage?
Yeah, but I could see how it could be A too, so.
I think CPI, I mean, you do need the CPI to find it all, but I think that...
Because in the chapter, it talked about how the CPI consisted of everything that a consumer buys, period, whether it's imported or exported. And then the GDP was just whatever was made in the United States. So that's like all I got out of it, out of the book. So I just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Guessing.
I don't know if it's B, because I think the deflator kind of helps with measuring the inflation, doesn't it?
Yeah, hang on, I'm pulling up the book. I thought it talked about that in this chapter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it says, in the PowerPoint, it says inflation makes it harder to compare dollar amounts from different times.
Yeah.
So you would use CPI to measure that. Right, so...
So what you guys think it's...
What was that?
Sorry, so you think it's A or B?
You know, I'd probably say A after looking at it a little more.
Okay.
I think it's A too. Okay.
For number 2, I did A.
Me too.
Number 3, D, apparel. Yeah, for apparel. B, or for 4, I put B.
Okay, I put B too, but I'm not sure about it though, because I looked up the substitution bias in the book, and it doesn't really explain it in this way, and maybe I just didn't quite understand it. But it just made no sense out of all the problems for me.
Yeah, because
What'd you get on that one, Jake?
Number 4?
Yeah.
I put B.
Okay. Then I'm sure it's B. That's what I thought too, but when I was reading in the book, I don't know, it just seemed like the most correct, but okay, I'm not worried. I trust you guys. Okay, number 5, if the cost of food and beverage increases by 10%, then other things the same, the CPI is likely to increase by about...
I put 1.5%.
Me too.
1%.
For 6, I put 147.
I didn't get this one. How did you find that answer, Alex?
Math.
What was like the formula?
It was... Okay, so sorry, I gotta look it up.
You got one.
Looking for the price index, and you have for 14, and then inflation was, so the price went up 5%. Sorry, it's like you gotta like work the CPI. Let me grab my book. Sorry.
Oh, the formula for CPI, let me look here. The price of goods and services in current year divided by the price of basket in base year. Is that what you used?
So on page 219, I used the formula on step 5, but I put X for 14 for the consumer price index.
Okay.
Is quarter 140. Yeah. Sorry, I wrote this down somewhere, but
So you got 147 or 135?
147. What'd you get, Jake?
I got 147 too. I just need to.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of confused, like which formula to use. What page did you say you found that on?
219. There's like a big chart that breaks it all down into steps, and then I just did step 5, and then for 2013, it was it would have been, the inflator would have been, so price index would have been 140 minus 100, because the base year was 100, divided by 100 times whatever.
Well, so that's essentially the same formula in the PowerPoint, right? It's just kind of a little more expanded.
Yeah.
It's definitely 147.
Okay.
Number 7, B.
Yeah. B. It was easy. Number 8, I got C. 10% in 2009 and 29.2 in 2010. Is that what you guys got?
Mm-hmm.
9.
9, I put D.
I put A,
A.
but I'm looking here. Let's see.
So,
Maybe I just need to go through them.
well, no, because it was like deflation from year 2 and 3, right? Because it went down.
From 100 to 95. Okay. That's right? Because it's comparing the 100 to 95, so it is deflating. Okay. That makes sense.
I got 11.1% because I did the price index. I did the 100 minus 90 divided by 90 times by 100, and that gave me 11.1% inflation.
So why would you go times 500 instead of times 100?
Oh, sorry, I said 100. I'm just a mumbler.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said 500. Okay,
But
that makes sense.
I might have done it wrong because I went from 100 to 95, but am I supposed to do it through 90 again instead?
Well,
I mean, I did.
because you use the CPI formula, right?
Yeah. Or no. The inflation rate one.
Okay. Pull it up real quick.
Because I don't know if I did it on 90 though. Or I guess it'd be from 100. We're looking at those years. Times or divided by 100.
Did you get that one, Jake? What did you do on that one?
I got 11.1%, but I'll be honest, I'm not very confident about this entire chapter.
So I got 11.1 for the inflation between 1 and 2, and then for my answer I got for between years 2 and 3, I got -5, so that would be 5% deflation, right? Because you just take, since number 2 is going to be the year 2 is going to be the base year for the second half, you do 95 minus 100 divided by 100, and then times it by 100, so it's -5.
That
Okay.
makes sense why it would be deflating.
That's why I think it's D.
Yeah.
But
Wait, D?
D.
D is in dog or B is in boy?
Sorry, delta.
Okay. I thought you were saying D. Okay.
Number 10,
I got D.
D, delta.
That's me too.
Okay. 11, I put Charlie.
Me too.
So I got A.
A.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh. Okay.
I
No.
think it would.
I just misread the question. Yeah. I
Okay,
put
cool.
A, but it's C.
We put delta, Charlie, or not Charlie. Wait, what did I put? I'm sorry.
For number 11, Charlie.
Value of the dollar falls.
Yeah,
Cost of living increases.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Get my life together.
I just read the solution wrong.
Okay. For 12, I put Bravo.
I didn't get this one.
So,
Because
I-
didn't the inflation go up? Like, isn't inflation always increasing?
yeah.
So why would it start off high when it says high
Well,
rate of
You can
inflation?
have inflation and deflation though, but so, well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I put B, but I don't remember why I put B.
Let me look in the PowerPoint.
Alright.
I can't remember what, like, I know the inflation, but I can't really, I don't remember anything about the deflator or deflation.
So I put or no, B. I'm sorry. B on number 12 because on page 225 it has like an inflation rate chart, and it shows that both the GDP deflator and the CPI showed high rates of inflation during the 70s and 80s, and then it dropped in the 70s, and it dropped in the 80s and 2000s.
Did you say page 225?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I don't know if that's like what they wanted us to go off of, but that's
I would assume so.
the only thing that made sense for it. So,
So beta.
yeah.
Got C for 13.
I did too.
Mhm.
And- okay. So, 14.
I did this one, but I didn't even get an answer. That was one of the options, so I don't feel very confident with this one.
This is where I like got to before that, but so suppose the price index for 2014 is not necessarily 235. If the nominal rate is 7.3 and the consumer price effect is if it was so the nominal interest rate subtracted by the inflation rate equals real interest rate, right? So we just have to find the inflation rate.
So the inflation rate, so you take the CPI of the 2013 minus the CPI from 2012 and divide it by 2012 times 100?
Yeah, that'll be the inflation rate, right?
Is that not what it's asking for?
No, I think that's how we find the inflation rate, and then we have to subtract that from the 7.3, and then that'll give us the real interest rate, and then we'll be able to find what the consumer should be, right? Does that sound right?
I just did that first formula. I just didn't finish it out right. So
Okay. Subtract it and then divide it by 230 times by 100. So then it's 2.1, 2.2, I guess. And then, so that would make the real interest rate 5.1. So then, if the real interest rate is 5.1, then sorry, I'll look at the formula again. Yeah. But sorry, I don't know. I'm like,
oh,
I want to say that make the real interest rate I don't know. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I think I might have did that wrong. So if it was 7.3.
so you still are finding the inflation rate, which is
So
right.
the inflation rate would actually be 5.5, I think is what we need to do. And then you do it like backwards like we did on that previous, where we have the inflation rate and then, sorry, let me write this out real quick and see if I get an answer that matches one of these, then I'll know if I'm telling you something right.
Okay.
So
5 minus 230. What about 230? Times. So, what did you get for inflation rate again?
5.5.
Yeah.
I got 2.174.
So I think I did it wrong earlier. So if the interest rate is, if the nominal rate is 7.3, to find the inflation rate, all we have to do would be, I did a bunch of crap extra that we didn't need. You get subtract the 1.8% from the 7.3%, and that'll give you that 1.8% for the real rate. So that 5.5 would be the real interest rate, or the inflation rate, I mean.
Okay.
And then, I'm sorry, I'm doing this like way harder than it needs to be. Let me just try 239.1 minus 2. So we use 2011 as the base year, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, so 235.5 minus 242.7. So I think it's 239.1, because that was the only one that came out to be even close to 5%. The other ones were way lower, way higher.
I actually looked up an example of this problem online, and they said the exact same thing.
239?
Well, no, it was like different numbers, but saying how like the other percentages weren't even close. So you just kind of have to look at that in that way.
Just eyeball it.
230. Cool.
So
Yeah, I think it's A.
Good with it.
And then 15. What do you guys get for 15?
C. What do you guys get?
Let me see real quick. So,
Yeah, I kind of have no idea after this point.
yeah, that's what at 14 was where I hit my. So supports Will's 2009 food expenditures and 2000 dollar amounts. Okay, so this one's we're just testing. It's like the one about Babe Ruth's pricing and
How it applies today.
yeah. So that formula is price level today. So we need to look at the C. Oh, but we don't know the CPI, so we have to find the CPI first, right? So 2011, and then so 2009 is the base year. Yeah, so we'll need the price index. So that'd be 160. $5,000 times by 160 divided by whatever the CPI for 2016 is. So we just got to find the CPI for 2011, and then go back and look at that formula.
So where are you getting the base year?
So it's not necessarily. I'm sorry, I said base year, but it's just whatever year you're looking at will be. So the on page 226 has the formula for this. So if you're looking at to see what kind of money translation or like purchasing power has today as it did back then. So you times the amount from that year times, so $5,000 would be the amount that we're trying to feel the purchasing power in 2011. You take 5,000 times the price level of 2011 would be the numerator, and then the denominator would be the CPI for 2009, so it'd be 160. So we just have to find what the CPI for 2011 is to complete the formula, and then we'll be able to find out the price difference for it.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I just read I'm like doing this way harder than it needs to be because they already did that math for us because it's in the answer. I'm sorry. So the just 5670, then what is that? So if the CPI is higher, 1,000. So CPI 6,000 divided by Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm doing this right. Divided by I'm not sure, guys. Let me see if Google has an example like this. So let's see. Inflation rate of 8%. The inflation rate. So that's the difference. Sorry, let me just plug in some numbers real quick and see if this adds up. So I think it's 8. The inflation rate would be for 8% because 6. So if the dollar amounts in 2009 was 5,000, but in 2011 it would have been 60 or 56.70. So 66.70 is like 8.8% of 5,000. So if it inflated 8%, then it would go up 670-ish. So I think it's B.
B?
Yeah. I was
8%.
Yeah. Like that was a whole lot of that was like useless. Half that information was that I told you was extremely useless. So if you get a question like this again, that's the easiest way to do it is to take the dollar amount. Well, I guess if it works out like that, but $670 inflation would be 8% of 5,000. So
I think there is another question like that. I think it's oh wait, maybe not. We'll find out. I thought there was another one like that. So for 16, I put B. It's kind of like the same Babe Ruth question.
yeah, but today's purchasing power B. Yep. So you do $100, and then the year you're trying to find out.
So 1995.
Was 55. Sorry. I like to look at my stupid formulas.
Where are you finding that?
The formula's on 226. So it's $100 today is the purchasing power is 475. So 100 times 475 divided by 95, and that's how we'll get the answer. 475 divided by 95. Whoa. Oh, maybe I'm sorry. Maybe I did that wrong. Maybe it's 95 divided by 475. Yep, $20. Boom, too easy.
Okay. 17.
I got B.
I put C.
Maybe I just have the formulas mixed up.
Let me go through this.
Is price. So you put whatever price level you're looking for on top, right?
What's that? Sorry, Alex.
You put whatever price level you're looking at on top. So since you're looking to compute today's price, you would do the 5 cents and then today's CPU or CPI, excuse me, divided by 1962 CPI.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
And that formula is on 226 again. That's how
Same one?
you find it.
Yeah.
So 18 to the nearest dollar, food expenditures in 2009 amount to 2010 to 2009. So this is the same thing, right?
Are you talking about 18? Are we on 18 now?
Yeah. 18 is like the same thing, just the 5,800 times 160 over 168.
So you wouldn't do the same thing that you did in 16 or 15, sorry.
No, it'd be the same thing you do in 16 though, right? Because Will's food expenditures would amount to $2,009. Yeah, it's the same thing we did in 16.
Okay.
So 160 divided by 168. 60 divided by 168 times that by 5,800. I got 5524.
Me too.
What did you multiply that by? After you divided the CPI?
By 5,800. So you do it by.
Oh, okay. I just misheard you.
Okay. I think I probably said 100 because I'm used to times and 100s with the CPI. Sorry.
That's fine.
If the nominal interest rate is real interest rate is negative 2.5%, then the inflation rate was.
When I calculated this, I got negative 1.5. So I did some. Oh, wait. Yeah, so B. I got B.
I think it's 6.5% because to find your real interest rate, you take your nominal percentage or interest rate and you minus it by the inflation. So 4 minus 6.5 would be negative 2.5, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Wait. Well, so okay. Real interest rate is nominal interest minus inflation, and we're trying to find inflation.
Yeah.
So would you divide the nominal interest rate by the real interest? I had the numbers flipped then.
So yeah, it'd just be like to find the answer, the equation you would set up would be 4 minus x equals negative 2.5. And so then you add up x to each side and then minus the 2.5 or add 2.5, so it'd be 6.5 equals x. that make sense?
Sort of.
So, sorry. So your nominal interest rate minus your inflation gives you the real interest rate. So we're trying to find the inflation rate. So it'd be 4 minus x equals negative 2.5. And so you would move the x over to the other side to get it by itself, and then add add 2.5 to get rid of the 2.5, and then you'd add it to the to the 4, so that'd be 6.5%. And then you can check it by doing 4 minus 6.5 equals to negative 2.5.
Oh, okay. That was
Yeah.
That's negative 6.5 or just 6.5?
Just 6.5. If it was negative 6.5, then it would actually have been, the real interest rate would have been 10, because when you go minus, when it's a negative, you add. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Suppose that over the past year, the real interest rate was 6% and the inflation was 4%. That follows that it follows that the dollar.
So how would you find that?
So that means that the real interest rate was 6 and the inflation rate was 4. So then you just add them together to find your nominal. So the nominal would have been 10%. So your like a 10% increase in your savings account would have went up, but the purchasing power would have only increased by 6 or 2. Let me find another example like this. So I want to say it goes up by 10, but sorry, I'm just looking at some examples, and then I'll know for sure. But I'm pretty sure it's a 10% increase on like the savings, but I don't know what it would be after that.
So you're trying to decide between the 6% and the 2%. So what about A, the dollar value of savings increases at 6%, and then the purchasing power increases at 2%?
No, it's definitely the value of saving increases 10, because that's what your nominal interest rate is at. But I was trying to see what the purchasing power would be. That's one I'm not set on. So then it's and I think it's D. I think it would go up. Your savings would increase at 10%, but your purchasing power of saving only increased at 10%, because you got to account for the inflation of that 4.
Yeah.
I think it's D.
Okay. Oh,
Well,
let's find out.
yeah. Okay. Well, any other questions or?
Nope, I think that's it. Good luck on your test, Alex. Have you taken yours, Jake?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck, Alex.
Thank you. See you guys.
Good luck.
Are you going to post it, Alex?
Yeah, I'll post it.
Okay. Thanks, Alex. See you guys.
Yeah, no problem. See ya.